Hey, how's everybody doing? I'm going to hopefully start a Python tutorial series. I'm really just going to cover basic Python for now, and then uh, if it does well or whatever, if it's received well, then I will continue and make um, more videos. But I really just like to teach, and I actually really like Python. So without further ado, I'm going to be trying to cover variables, what variables are, different types of variables, and then also I'm going to cover a for loop. Uh, actually, I'm gonna leave the for loop for a later video. Okay, so today we're just gonna cover variables. I'm just gonna do a few different variables, different types. So let's do this. So whenever you declare a variable, you have this. This is going to be the format that you do. You're going to give the variable a name, okay, and you're going to set it equal to whatever value you want to put. So I've already created a variable called dog name. This dog, his name is Buster. So you have a variable dog name, and the value is Buster. This variable is called a string, and what a string is, it just holds. Yeah, you could think of it as it just holds a string of characters together. That's really all it does. Um, you could do that. You could do one word. You could do a whole sentence. You could do something like this. You could do this. Um, a string is just really just holds a list or a string of characters together. That's all that is. We'll do one more variable type, and it's called an integer. This one really all it holds is a number or an integer. So we'll do this. Let's say age. Let's say somebody is 45. Okay, so boom, you have an age. This variable is called age, and it's set to 45. Now you could do different things with it. Um, you could print it. You could add. Uh, let's say someone was born in. Uh, let's say okay. Let's come up with the scenario. Let's say someone's 45. So you wanted to see what year they were born in. So you could do the current year. So let's do this. Equals 2022. Well, that's kind of weird, ain't it? Okay. So what you could do is you could run, you could do this. You could do birth year. Okay, because so this is what you're trying to find. Equals current year minus age. Okay. And you could print that. Okay. So this is what I'm doing. Okay. So you have your variable called age, all right, and it is set at 45. Somebody's age is 45 years, okay? And you're trying to figure out, you want to know when they were born, like what year they were born. Why, I don't know, but that's what you want to do. So you would set your current year, so 2022, all right? So to find the year that they were born, you would take the current year and you would subtract 45. Okay, so that's what we did. Birth year is current year minus age. Now we will print that. 1977. Look at that. Okay, so that's really how you create variables. That's really all I wanted to cover. I even covered a little bit of functionality with different variables. Um, so let's do this. That way this is not a string. Since there's more than one. Um, and then there's a lot of different types of variables. I really just wanted to keep this video short. This is just a basic intro to variables. There's another one. Let's do one more. because this is pretty quick to take in, I think. Let's do a list. Okay. So a list, when you think of a list, what is that? What does that mean to you? What does the word list mean to you? Well, to me, it means it means that you have a, like, let's say a shopping list, like a piece of paper, and you have on that piece of paper you have multiple different things on there. Let's say you're going shopping or whatever. You have eggs, bananas, potatoes, stuff like that. You have stuff on there that you need to buy. A list is a variable that stores multiple different items or variables. Um, so to visualize that, let's do this. Let's do, you have a variable, and again we're going with the setup right here, the name of the variable, so shopping list, and you set it equal to. Now a list is made using square brackets. Okay, so this is a list. What this line here actually just created a empty list. Now there's nothing in it because we haven't put anything in it, but we're about to put something in it. Okay, so let's say you're going to the store and you need to buy eggs. Okay, now if you notice, it's in quotations. So it's going to be a string. So we're actually holding, this list is going to contain a few different strings. Okay, so uh, we have eggs. Let's do bacon. I like bacon, so we'll put bacon on there. Let's do milk. Okay, and we'll do one more. Let's do chips. Boom, chips. Okay. Now, this list can hold multiple different types of variables, but in this list, this particular list has strings. It's a list of strings. So you have eggs, that's a string. You have bacon, that's a string. Milk's a string, and chips is a string. Okay, so um, that's this is really what a list is. There's a lot of different stuff that you can do with a list, um, and I'll cover that later in another video. But for now, let's just print this out, and it'll show you what it looks like. Okay, look at that. We still have this printing, so this is your birth year, so that's where that comes from. Now this is your list. You have eggs, bacon, milk, and chips, and there's your list. Um, Really, that's about all I wanted to cover for this video. I don't want to I don't want to try to put in too much information in a video, so I want to keep them short, fairly simple. Uh, I think, I think maybe with a little bit more time, it'll become a little bit more organized, probably a little bit better to read. But for now, let's reiterate over everything. Let's go back over everything real quick. Um, so you have, to create a variable, you're going to set the name, okay, and you're going to set it equal to, right here, and it's going to be Buster. So for this one here, this is a string. This is what's called a string. So dog name is equal to Buster, okay. And you have another one, uh, and it's called greeting, and it just says hello YouTube, okay. And then these are called strings. So this should actually be, let's make this, let's cut that, put that up here, add an S, and there we go. Those are strings. All right, fantastic. Now, let's do integers real quick. We'll go back over integers real fast. So we have another variable called age, and it's set to 45. Now with this one, we were trying to figure out the birth year of somebody that was born, or somebody that was 45 years old. Okay, so the current year, which is 2022, and what you would do with that is to get their birth year. So this is birth year. That's the variable name, and you set it to current year, which is 2022, minus age. Okay, that's 45, and you would print it, and that would give you. Let's go ahead and run it again. That will give you 1977. Okay, so somebody who's 45 this year was born in 1977. Okay. The last variable type that I wanted to cover was lists. A list is just an object that holds multiple different variables. Um, they can be more than one type of variable. It could be a string, it could be an integer, it could be a string and an integer. It could be string integer float, whatever. Um, it can even be another list if you want to do that, but it's a little confusing, and I might cover that later. But really, that's all it is. It's an object that holds multiple different types of variables. So we made a shopping list of eggs, bacon, milk, and chips, and we printed it. So you have this is the current year. This is the birth year of the person that we were trying to figure out. I guess I don't know why, but that just came to my head. And then you have your shopping list. So you have eggs, bacon, milk, and chips. Okay, I think that about does it for this video. Hopefully it didn't seem too rushed. I did at least think about what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to put in for loops, but that's just a little bit too much, I think. Hopefully this clears up any kind of confusion, and if it makes more confusion, I'm sorry, that was not the intent of this video. If you have any questions, let me know. Post them in the comments. And I'll probably be covering for loops maybe next week, or sometime, maybe even this week. I'm not for sure. But y'all have a good day.